The Sabbath day, often referred to as Shabbat in Jewish tradition, is a weekly day of rest and worship in Abrahamic religions. In Judaism, it's observed from Friday evening to Saturday evening, while in some Christian traditions, it's celebrated on Sunday, a day commemorating the resurrection of Jesus. The Sabbath is a time for reflection, prayer, and family gatherings, marking a break from the regular routines of daily life. Here's a more detailed look at the meaning and significance of the Sabbath. The Sabbath is rooted in the biblical account of creation, where God rested on the seventh day after creating the heavens and the earth. The Sabbath is one of the 10 Commandments, specifically in the Hebrew tradition, and is a commandment to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The Sabbath is a day of rest from work and a time for spiritual reflection, prayer, and worship. It is a memorial to God's act of creation and a time to remember God's power and grace. In Christian tradition, the Sabbath is also a symbol of redemption through Christ, a foretaste of the eternal kingdom, and a time for joyful communion with God. The Sabbath, a day of rest and spiritual enrichment, is observed from Friday evening to Saturday evening. It begins with the lighting of the candles, a moment that signifies the commencement of this sacred time. Families gather, prayers are recited, and a special meal is shared. This day is set apart from the rest of the week, dedicated to reflection, family, and faith. The observance of the Sabbath is a cornerstone of Jewish life, a time to pause, to rejuvenate, and to reconnect with what truly matters. Judaism. The Sabbath is observed from Friday evening to Saturday evening, with specific rituals and customs. Christianity. Some Christian denominations observe the Sabbath on Sunday, marking it as the Lord's Day in remembrance of Jesus' resurrection. Restrictions. During the Sabbath, religious Jews and some Christians abstain from certain types of work and engaging in activities that could be considered labor. Variations and interpretations. The practices and customs of observing the Sabbath can vary widely, reflecting different interpretations and traditions within both Judaism and Christianity. Differences in observance. There are variations in how the Sabbath is observed among different Jewish and Christian denominations. Jesus and the Sabbath. Jesus in the New Testament taught that doing good and helping others was more important than strict interpretations of the Sabbath law. Christian transition to Sunday. The transition from observing the Sabbath on Saturday to Sunday in some Christian traditions is linked to the resurrection of Jesus, which is celebrated on Sunday.